Alright, hello, how you guys doing? I know it's been a long time since I kind of recorded a video. I said I was gonna try to upload once a week, but I've currently was taking like courses online, so that kind of been taking up all my time recently over the past few weeks. So that's what I've been dedicating my time to do. But today's gonna be a little short video, nothing too crazy. I kind of wanted to just check in and actually post up a video and give you guys a little update about what's been going on. For the most part, still been working on myself and things like that. I really knocked out a big chunk of those courses. It was like it's a 3-month type of course, and you put in like 12 hours. But I started on it like maybe about a year ago, and I finally got to a point where I only have like three modules left in it. So I've been just trying to get it done as possible and as get it done as soon as possible, because I'm trying to work on something else whenever I finish up with these courses. I'm currently studying for something else. Will it really pay off in the end? I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I'm hoping, but I'm the type of person I just like learning, so I'm definitely taking something away from him, and then I'm walking away with my head held high about it, even if it works out. If it doesn't, just want to just doing it for the time being and putting my best effort into it and being able to really want to learn and master it at some point. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, but I just checking in on you guys, checking in and giving a little update on life, a little bit on this thing that we call life, this journey that we call life, and how we go about exploring this journey. For the most part, this journey is very confusing. It's very conflicting, and we all have trials and tribulations that we experience on this journey and that we endure on this journey, and we deal with. But this past weekend, Friday afternoon, I ended up going to the bookstore and I picked up these 2 new books. I'm kind of getting into my reading bag lately this past year. It's like starting. I really got deep in my reading bag. I was deep into it, but I wasn't like really deep. But it's like this past year, it's the beginning of 2024, I really got deep in my reading bag. Like I probably picked up, if I count, maybe about like 6-7 books since this year. Just been kind of like reading them and going through them. Like this book right here, Psychology of Money. I got it like maybe, I want to say last summer. I got this book last summer, and I went through this book and like literally annotated and did all kind of stuff in it, and kind of like broke it down in ways that I understand it and things I could take from it and things like that. I have some more books too that I went through and I sat down. One of my favorite books too. Let me see. Favorite books. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. Great book. Sat through this book. I got this book beginning of the year too, and like sat down and like literally go through and just annotate them all and really sit down and try to take as much information as I can from them and really put it and try to use it in my real life as much as possible and get wisdom from it. I'm trying to get wisdom in all kind of different avenues. But the reason why I brought that up, and I was saying that because I recently got this book this past Friday, and this book was actually, I started reading it today, and I only read 1 chapter so far. The name of the book it's called The Body Keeps the Score. So it's like a psychology book about like trauma and things like that. I only read 1 chapter so far, and like just reading that 1 chapter, it was kind of speaking to me and the things and stuff. Now I'll read a piece of it in a little bit. Just gonna explain like what I read up to this point. So this is pretty much like the psychologist. This guy, he's a psychologist, and he had this patient. He was he's a vet. Like he's a veteran. He served in the Vietnam War and things like that. He suffers from post-traumatic stress and things in that nature. I don't remember all the details by heart, so I'm just giving you guys like a gist of the story. So he served in the Vietnam War, and then he came back home, but and the thing is that he didn't have he didn't have a bad life. Like he had like what he did in war, it really stuck with him and things like that. But it just talks about like how he said he felt like he was detached from his day-to-day life. He ended up getting married, having kids. Like he was like at some point, they said at some point he said like he was in love with his wife. Like he actually was able to show emotions and things like that to his wife, and show real care to his family and things like that. But once he went out to war, and the things that he experienced in war, and the things that he's done in war, it kind of like the trauma messed with him so bad that when he came back home, it's like he didn't feel that. But it's like he didn't really recognize it. Like he said, like he'll be doing his day-to-day task, and he'll be showing up and doing what he needs to do, and providing for his family and taking care of his responsibilities, and he was having a successful life and things like that. But he was saying like it's just like he's on the outside looking in, like he's observing himself and seeing himself, but he's not recognizing like, oh, this is really like, he's not taking it all in the moment. And that resonated with me, because it's like if you ever, if you someone, I'm sure everyone kind of experienced some type of trauma in their life, and that's pretty much what the book is about. Is that the body keeps the score, which is talking about like the brain, mind, and body, and the healing of trauma. So like it all plays a part in trauma. It's like when you go through things like trauma and things like that, it's like your body automatically adjusts to it and adapts to it in order to survive. So you just go into this response mode where it's like you're not even recognizing that's what you're doing right now, or that's how you're feeling right now, and what you're experiencing. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me fix the light. Like, let's see. But like you really make a difference, but it's all good. But like you're really going through some stuff like in that type of way where you're not really recognizing it. And I think a lot of people would benefit from this book in this day and age, and the things that we're experiencing firsthand as a society and as people. I think we kind of need to resonate. If you can't really want to go to therapy or talk about it, I mean, just starting here will give you a better understanding of it. And by all means, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, none of the above. I'm just a person that's trying to help, and from experiences and things like that, and taking lessons from it. Like, and I only read 1 chapter so far, and I'm already speaking on the book highly. I'm gonna read some more, and I'm gonna give you guys like an update as I read it some more. But I did want to share a piece of it with you, and this was like towards the end of the chapter. The therapist, psychologist, he was kind of psychiatrist. He was kind of summing up with like his like what his takeaway was from the situation. So he says, we have also begun to understand how overwhelming experiences affect our innermost sensations and our relationship to our physical reality, the core of who we are. We have learned that trauma is not just an event that took place sometime in the past. It is also the imprint left by that experience on mind, brain, and body. This imprint has ongoing consequences for how the human organism manages to survive in the present. Trauma results in a fundamental reorganization of the way mind and brain manage perceptions. It changes not only how we think and what we think about, but also our very capacity to think. We have discovered that helping victims of trauma find the words to describe what has happened to them is profoundly meaningful, but usually it is not enough. So, but that's pretty much, like, I'm not gonna go too much in detail about it, but just listening, like, that's like giving you a different perspective of like how trauma works and how it affects us as a species, as humans. You know, like we're very intelligent, but we don't really know how to process those things, and and we don't really discuss it on a day-to-day basis. Like we don't even realize that we express our trauma every single day in our behavior. Like the things that we do most of the time is a trauma response. Like, say for instance, if you in traffic and somebody cuts you off and you just well up in like all kind of anger, like you get tense and things like that, that's a trauma response. You don't understand why you'll make a justification where it's like, you cut me off, I just get angry sometimes. But naturally, you don't really get to the point where it's like nowadays somebody cut you off. Sometimes some people really lose their life over a traffic incident, and it's just like, that's trauma. That's definitely trauma. But I just wanted to make a little short video about that today and give you guys a little update what's been going on. It's not really, I kind of rushed through it today and just kind of want to give you guys a quick sneak peek and try to get back on track, really. Get back on track, find the groove with this thing again, and really kind of continue to make videos and continue to progress and continue to go on this journey that we call life and do it day to day and step by step, piece by piece, you know? And we all go get that at some point. No matter where we going, we all go get that at some point. Don't know where we heading, but we go get there. It takes a while, but we get there. I don't want to rush it. I want the slow and steady. Slow and steady. So when I know that I get there, this is where I'm supposed to be. But I hope you guys have been great. You guys been taking good care of yourselves, and whoever this is reaching and whoever this is speaking to, just love yourself at all times. Enjoy yourself. All right.